Well, hello everyone. Again, it is my pleasure to be visiting with another You All God Bless member. And as I say on just about every call, this is so exciting for me. I just love to meet new members, learn all about their passion for life, passion for what they do in this world, and the gifts that God has given them. And today is not any different than that, I assure you. Today it's my privilege to speak with Suzy Wigstadt, and her business, her passion is very interesting, an amazing story, and I can't wait to introduce you. So Suzy, it is a pleasure to have you, and welcome to our call.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, we were just talking a little bit before here, because a lot of times I know a little bit more about other members. We've worked beforehand in some other projects, or in the process, I know more about them before we get to this place, before we get to our call. And this is literally, I'm just learning about you and your business and your story here just in the last 5 minutes. So like everyone else, I'm brand new to it. So very excited to learn and very excited to speak with you. We want to learn about who you are and how you became interested in your passion and all these things. So let's get started. Tell us just a little bit about Suzy, a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, I am the middle child I've got an older brother, younger sister, and I always say that if my family wasn't my family, I still would have chosen them. So my parents are amazing. They love each other like crazy. I've been dating someone for about 4 years, and we met at a wedding. I was the photographer and he was a groomsman. And since that day, we've been together. So it's never happened before and it will never happen again. But so there, and then I guess just more about me is that I love connecting with people. And I've really learned that in everything that I do, I need to bring life and speak life. So those are the two things that no matter the situation, even in hard times in life, I need to bring life and speak life. So that's my goal daily. Just if I can make a difference in one person's life every day, I'm here. And so I need to do that. And I guess you want to know about my passion or about my business, how I got there?
Well, yeah, your next, tell us a little bit about your business, what it's called, and then how you became interested in this passion of yours and how you got there.
Okay. So my company is called Stroke to Success, and I've been a salesperson my whole life. You know, I joke that I've been a salesperson since I was about 2 or maybe even in the womb. But it just runs in my family. And sales to me is providing a solution to a need, and that's it. So if there's no need, then I don't need to provide a solution, and let's be friends. There's no pressure, there's no defensiveness, there's no anxiety. There's none of that in sales, because if I don't have the solution to your need, then we can just support each other. And so with that, it's always just been natural to me to connect people to what they need or who they need. And 6 years ago, so on September 25th of 2010, I had a hemiplegic migraine that led to a stroke. And so I was a 28-year-old with the mindset of a newborn baby. So I had to relearn every single thing. And it's so true that when people say that newborn babies, that they know their family, I can attest to that, because I was a newborn baby at 28 years old, and I knew who my family was. So, well, I knew that they were mine. So I didn't know the hierarchy of my family. So I didn't know that my mom was my mom and my sister was my sister, but I knew they were mine. My soul knew their soul. And so going from the mindset of a newborn baby to a personal sales trainer, I had to fight for what was mine. And I had to literally fight for my life. That inside, I knew what I wanted to say. I knew what I wanted to communicate, but I couldn't get it out. And so my friends and family were around me for 3 months straight. They were around me 24/7 for 3 months. And they got preschool books and kindergarten books, and they would sit with me every day and go through pictures and go through my name. And I grew and I healed exponentially. So I went from a newborn baby to 2 years old, 4 years old, 8 years old, 16, and then to the current age that I was then. But to go through everything, I remember it all, and it plays over and over in my head like a movie, or like it was yesterday. I can go back to that place. And so what I wanted to do, we didn't know if I was going to work again. So I ended up working at my mom's early learning center, and I worked in the infant room. And it was so crazy because there were these babies that I was in the same exact spot that they were just 3 months before. So I could relate to them. I could know what they were trying to say, what they were trying to do, how they were trying to communicate. So it was just a crazy thing to be just a little bit further down the road than they were, but 28 years further. And so we didn't know if I was going to be able to work again. And then I was pursued from a website design company, and I got back into sales because I just had the itch for sales. I felt like if I stay here now, if I don't make this move, I'm never going to move. And I'm meant for more. Not that the teachers at the early learning center aren't meant for more. It just wasn't my fit. It wasn't what I was supposed to do for good or forever. So I was hired at this website design company, and I became an account executive and earned business from 19 clients. And I was the top salesperson, all of this stuff. I was mentoring the team, and I was wrongfully fired. But the thing is, I had gotten the itch, and if I hadn't been hired by that company, I wouldn't have known that I could do it and that I could train other people to do it. So a friend told me that she was also a client at the time. She told me that I needed to be a business coach. And I was like, okay, sure. So I signed up the next day and I started my business. And it has grown in such incredible ways. I can't describe how much God has changed my life through stepping out and saying, I'll do it. Whatever you say, I'll do it. And so now Stroke to Success has grown. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and I'm a personal sales trainer. And what a personal sales trainer does, or what I do, is everyone knows what a personal trainer does. Where you go to the gym, you have somebody, that personal trainer, they encourage you in what you do. You're building your muscles strong. You know that you're going to get results, and you invest in yourself. And that's what I do with sales, is that we build sales and confidence muscles so strong so that you can go out there and be and do exactly what you're meant to do. And so we work on heart issues and mind issues. What are the things that are holding you back? And what are the muscles that have been used so long that are, fear and depression and anxiety and all these negative things that are not meant to be ours? We need to get those gone and strengthen the confidence muscles, strengthen your heart, strengthen the things that you know that you are meant to do, and that you are exactly who people need. Specifically, whatever you do, wherever you are exactly what the people in your world need. And if you shrink back, they will go without. And so I'm able to now be able to share that with people. And that's my heart. That's my passion. My passion is that every person would be able to get a taste and to live in what they're meant to do and who they're meant to be. So I love working with people that know that who they are and what they do changes lives. And that's the only criteria that I need to work with people, is that they believe that who they are and what they do changes lives. And so that I'm excited to be able to bring encouragement. I'm excited to be able to bring life and to speak life. So that's my passion.
That is just, I'm speechless. What a powerful story.
Thank you.
Your passion just blasts right through the phone. It just, you can feel it, taste it, touch it. And to have been where you've been is really interesting to be able to resonate with, connect with people at all those various stages of development. That is just very interesting to me. But I know also from the training consulting side of things and coaching, I believe that people, as we're growing, there are parts of our lives that get, the growth kind of stops. Yeah. Sometimes they're emotional, sometimes they're spiritual. And we've got parts of us that might be 10 or 12 years old in development. And for you, a lot of us, we just forget that kind of stuff. But for you to be able to quickly, easily remember what those things were like, wow, what a powerful way to minister to people by connecting with them and knowing right where they're coming from. That's just, I've known people who are probably talented at that, but I don't think they even hold a candle what you're describing here. That's really a powerful, amazing story.
Thank you. The thing that I feel very thankful for is that it does play over my head in like a movie. And there aren't very many people that have suffered from a stroke and that have come out of it and survived where they can account every detail or almost every detail, and that I feel very blessed that I'm able to relate to people, because I've had people who have had family members that have had strokes, and they've asked me, did it matter that I was in the hospital room with my dad after he had a stroke? Like, absolutely. So to be able to say, to be able to bring healing from people who have had family members that are not able to communicate, to be able to bring healing to that is just such an amazing gift. And I always say that I would never wish what I went through on anyone just because of what my family went through. And when I think about it, it really, most of the time it brings me to tears, because to think that they almost lost me, like they had to think about what life might be like without me. And, but I would never take it back because of what I've learned and how I've grown and how I've been able to share it with people so that my life can make a difference in theirs. And they can tell the story, and say, oh, there's this girl, and it can relate to something in someone else's life. So if that can bring life, then, I wouldn't take it away for anything, and I would not wish it on anyone. But it's amazing, literally, how God uses everything for his good.
Absolutely. All things work together for the good.
Totally. And that really, in all the different areas of my life, I've seen that, and I've felt it, and I've known it. And to be able to share that, whether it's, talking with someone who lines up exactly with what I believe or doesn't, like to be able to show his love and his goodness and mercy. And that's another little part of the story. My dad, when I was in the hospital, he was praying for me, and I believe the story is God kind of laid on his heart that I was his little lamb and he would take care of me. And so my dad was on a search to find a lamb, a stuffed animal. And so he went to a store and he saw one, and he was staring at it and just bawling in the toy store. And he grabbed the lamb, and there was a verse that he thought for me, like he kept on praying for me, and it was, goodness and mercy will follow you the rest of your days. And so he gave me one of the lambs in the hospital. And then when I got home, he had gotten another one. And so now they sit in my office, and he put this, like, he did all crafty, this crafty little, what's it called, around the neck, like collar on them, and little red hearts, and like taped it all over and named them Goodness and Mercy. So I used to snuggle up to them every day when he would go through my name, you know, and he would go through devotions. He would read the Bible and sit and pray with me for hours and hours. And so now Goodness and Mercy are in my office.
Wow. Such an amazing story. Just not only what you went, but really this was a journey of a father and a daughter, a mother and a daughter, a family all together.
Yeah.
It's really the Lord's heart for community, for family, for relationship expressed through this trial.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, you've really walked us through who you are, who you are now, you know, kind of who you were, what you went through, and who you are now, and how you're walking now as changes out in the world, and just speaking life, bringing life to people all around you. Can you explain to us just a little bit, a person that's seeking you out, who are they?
Yeah.
Who is the type of person that generally is seeking you out? And then just a little bit, it doesn't need to be a lot, but just a little bit about the basic process that someone working with you would go through.
Sure. So the people that I love working with are entrepreneurs or team leaders. So what I love doing, I've got a VIP program. And what it is it's a 6-hour program. It's an intensive to know who you are and what's on the inside, because we always start with who you are, because we are the ones that we so easily forget about. And so we start there, and then we know what you're doing to earn business currently and where you can use help in scripting. So it's lining up the heart and the how to do it. So I have a VIP training session, and then we move to VIP accountability. And so what the accountability is so many times in sales, everyone has to sell, and everyone does sell. Because if you think about it, like a little 2-year-old, they're going to sell you on what they want, you know? And so you're selling them, they're selling you, like everybody does it. But some people don't think that they have a sales voice. So we build up your confident sales voice. Because in sales, what I figured out is that there are 4 types of sales voices, and that's silent, quiet, loud, or obnoxious. And so everybody is one of the 4. And so what we do is we figure out where you're at, and we build that confidence up. And for the accountability, what I found is that I love when people come alongside me, and I love when they're my cheerleader, and I love when they call me out when I am stuck in a rut. And I love that I get to be that. So I have a 3-month, a 6-month, and a 12-month program. And so what that is, it's really committing to yourself that you're going to step into your dreams, that you're going to step into who you're meant to be, that you're going to put everything else aside and you're going to make it happen, that you're going to be open to it happening. And so that's how I work with people individually. And then I also do for direct sales groups, I also do group plus individual training. So most group programs out there, it's just group. You just get everybody all together and you go through it as a group, but you don't get that individual. So that's what's very important to me, is the individual training, because each of us is different. And so though we may be in the same business, the same team, the same, group, we each are different. So we need those different tweaks, and we need our voice to be heard. And so that's why I love working with entrepreneurs and sales team leaders. And then the other people that I'm looking for are organizations that want speakers to come. So if my story has touched anyone, even in the slightest way, if there is a place where you think that I would be perfect to speak, I would love, love, love an invitation to that audience. So I think that that's it. And then also hospitals or just different care facilities, chiropractor offices or schools or nursing schools, you know, different things like that. Just talking about the compassion with your patients. Because so I had 7 nurses and 6 of them were amazing and 1 of them was not. And my body would tense up anytime that she would come in the room. And I overheard her say things about me. I mean, she just was not good. And that needs to be taught, is that the patients that are in the room, they are still there. And so you need to leave your stuff at the door. And so just different things like that. I would love to speak. I dreamt about it when I was 10. And I've held on to the dream of speaking in front of thousands. And I didn't know what it would be for or what it would look like. And now I know my story. And so I love being able to meet my audience who is literally a part of my dream coming true.
Wow, that's really amazing. That I can just hear and feel the confidence in you. And yes, you say you know your story, you know your voice, and are just excited about meeting that audience. And whether it's one at a time through your VIP programs or in groups or someday on the stage with literally thousands at one time, just how exciting. A perpetual audience that just keeps coming to you.
Yeah.
That's really, really neat.
And seriously, like I dream of all the faces, and I tell the audience that I've dreamt of you since I was 10. I just didn't know what your face looked like. I didn't know your story.
Oh,
you know,
how cool. That's so cool.
Yeah. So, and I take a selfie every time that I speak. I take a selfie because in my family, my mom's a photographer and I was a photographer for 12 years. And in my family, if there's not a picture of it, it didn't happen. So literally my mom would take a picture of you sneezed. So.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Very cool. Neat. What a neat other part of the story to just have a wow or a computer, a hard drive, an album, whatever it is, just filling up with all these experiences and all those times that just the expression of who you are now is being documented each time and each moment. So very cool little addition to the story for us to picture. Well, as we wrap up here, is there any other question maybe you wished I would have asked, or just one more thing that you would like to share with us?
I think just no matter whoever is listening to this, at whatever time you're listening to it, just know that there's always a yes. So that's the tagline of my business is there's always a yes, will it be yours? Because know that people need you. That in the darkest time, in the brightest time, you're needed, you're wanted, you're loved, and there's always a yes. And sometimes you have to fight for it. Sometimes you have to go for it. I had to fight to live. And once I got better, once I was healed, I still deal with some little things, but in that, I have to fight through it and take care of myself. That's a big thing. I want to call out to people to know their bodies and take care of themselves and take a break and unplug and don't take today for granted. Don't take your life for granted. And just know that you know that you know that you're loved.
What a way to wrap it up. Just great thoughts. Absolutely wonderful thoughts and purpose. And that right there really is you speaking life to people and bringing life and hope to what might have been just a terrible day, what might be just a really rough patch for them. So I am sure that those of us listening out there, everyone, aren't you just excited and thrilled to interact with this new member of Be Well, God Bless? Suzy, we look forward to visiting with you on the Facebook group, at training sessions that Be Well, God Bless has, or different workshops, wherever we might have the chance of running into you. We just look forward to it, and I know that we are very glad to have you as a member here at Be Well, God Bless.
Thank you. I'm so excited for Be Well, God Bless. God bless. I can't even talk. I can't even spit it out. I'm so excited.
Well, we're glad to have you. Thank you so much for taking the time to visit with us, and we'll look forward to hearing from you again soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim.